anything to do with sports.
All right, the YouTube people have just joined us, so it came a little late, but it's better late than never.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at it from the part where everyone's been talking about Stephen Kesey's contract. Do they realize that they will not be able to pay that salary? They have no money.
Yeah, well, maybe they
Even if
already
he
in
does
talks.
accept to take 5 million, you aren't going to where the money is going to come up from.
Well, the truth of the matter is, don't forget, Nigerian football, talking about the NFF, the national teams are sponsored by some corporate bodies, and so maybe they're already looking towards that direction, but it all still doesn't make sense to me. Do what you got to do. If your budget is not shady in any way, come on, get to the house and let them know we need 100 billion naira for this, for this, for this. They think it makes sense, they give you. If it doesn't make sense, they scrap it.
All right, let's go to Keshi himself then. What is the latest around his appointment as Super Eagles coach?
Now, Tolu, we hear the NFF, they had a board meeting yesterday, and they rose up and decided that they will insist on the terms of contract of Stephen Keshi. The contract they've given to him, they are not going to bend. Keshi recently said it was a slave contract he saw on paper, and the NFF have said it's either he takes it or he leaves it. And the technical director of the NFF, Amadou Shuaibu, has come out to say Keshi is just crying foul over the contract, and the way it works is if you are not satisfied, get to the negotiation table. If not, you walk away. It's that simple to do.
All right, then let's also look at some of the news making rounds this morning. The technical director of the Nigeria Football Federation, Amadou Shuaibu, he has dismissed Stephen allegations that the NFF contract offered to him was laden with booby traps. He says no booby traps in that contract. It's a workable contract, and Keshi should stop crying wolf. Well, the Nigeria Football Federation, they remain in the news. The Flying Eagles have been told to go to Senegal and win the 2015 Africa Youth Championship in the departed country yesterday for Dakar, Senegal. And the Super Falcons, they also kicked off their preparations for the All-Africa Games against Mali, qualifying against Mali on Wednesday evening. It was a 3-3 draw in a friendly game against Yahaya Football Academy in a test game at the FIFA Gold Project pitch out there in Abuja. And one final bit of news this morning, Ayo, the league management company, they are cracking down on stadia in the Nigerian professional football league. I remember hearing about the Aqua United Stadium, and then I saw it, and then for some reason, it was passed to host games in the Nigerian Professional Football League last season. A very good friend, L, they do not have an electronic scoreboard at that stadium. They actually write the substitutions
with
on
chalk.
On a chalkboard.
On a platter of wood, not a chalkboard.
Okay.
It's not
enough
that good.
said. There's a new stadium in that city, by the way.
Now, Tolu, like you rightly said, the LMC, they have asked teams to get correct, facilities in place for the start of the new season, which, by the way, will be kicking off this weekend. And some teams will be affected because they do not meet up to standard. Teams like you mentioned Aqua United, because their stadium is not in good shape, but the LMC have said they may not have to change location because they already have an ultra-modern new stadium right there, Ibom International Stadium, where they can play their home games. Ifeanyi United, they are also affected because the stadium they want to use is not in good condition. Bayelsa United are also affected, and the problem with Bayelsa United is the fact that their dressing room is not up to standard. Dressing room to look. So at the end of it all, we wait to find out what will happen before the league kicks off this weekend, whether they'll be taking on, venues outside their own home states or not. All
right, let's switch to the international front then, and all the sports this morning. As far as the ICC Cricket World Cup is concerned, Bangladesh, they've ended Scotland's hopes of getting into the round of 8. They defeated the Brits by 6 wickets just a couple of minutes ago. They won the toss, Bangladesh, and elected to bowl. The Scots batted first, and they made 318 for 8, but Bangladesh roared back. They got 322 for 4, so they won that one by 6 wickets. So Scotland cannot qualify for the next round. And finally, in the NBA, the Indiana Pacers, they defeated the New York Knicks 105-82. Phoenix Suns defeated the Orlando Magic 105-100. Boston Celtics 85-84 over the Utah Jazz. And the Charlotte Hornets, they defeated Brooklyn Nets by 115-91. There were wins for the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Golden State Warriors. So that is the much we can take on the first half of the show. We'll go for another word from a teaser like this morning. When we come back, we'll look at action in the English Premier League, where Chelsea left it very late. So did United, but predominantly everybody in the top 6 had it really good last night. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, Hi, my name is Moses Praise.
Tolu.
I'm a sportscaster.
What do you
most
call the name of
importantly,
the
a
person?
football analyst.
The last defender.
My friends call me a data junkie.
How you know?
Well, I don't deny
Personally.
it. That was the first thing I noticed when I switched to Etisalat. The
Personally.
speed, man, was just simply amazing. I don't understand how it works, but this is how I always thought browsing should be. So now, my phone is connected to my iPad and my laptop. So I just take my speed with me and tell